Donald Trump was reunited with Donald Trump at the State of the Union address last night, after a week apart while he was in Davos and she spent time in Florida. What did their body language reveal? The duo had not been seen together since he flew to Switzerland for Davos, an event Melania had been scheduled to attend but pulled out of due to scheduling issues. All eyes were on the First Lady and President as there have been reports Melania is furious with her husband over an alleged affair, allegations he strongly denies, and Melania has slammed as false. Even without the cloud hanging over them, the couple face scrutiny 1 year on from Trump's shock presidency win. The night was a historic one for Donald as he reflected on his first year as the leader of the free world. They were both all smiles throughout the evening, but what does their body language reveal? Judy James, body language expert, shared her thoughts with express.co.uk. Decoding Donald first, Judy revealed, Trump emerged into the arena like a heavyweight boxer, puffed up with self-pride, thanking people on both sides as he stopped to shake hands before taking to the stage during one of what turned out to be an almost endless wave of standing ovations. With his eyes narrowed, chest stuck out and his slower, emphatic delivery with much chewing of or spitting out of words, Trump was like John Wayne with a quiff. Unlike the sometimes fearful-looking, sometimes showboating man of a year ago, this president took control and ownership of his messages using facial expressions bordering on the smug and gesticulation that showed he now sees his claims and dreams becoming reality. His signature gesture of the letter O to signal OK was still there in force, but it has changed dramatically in tone and signaling. He no longer held it up for full display in the manner of a man quietly keeping his fingers crossed behind his back. For the speech the gesture was more fleeting and less showy. The hand is now held sideways on, making the signal all about precision. It suggests Trump now sees he has the ability to put his claims into fact and that he has already done so. He performed this gesture 102 times to my count, which suggested the confidence that oozed out of his mouth was felt inwardly too. He held the lectern at the start but with a confident display, and at one point during his speech when he claimed together we can achieve anything, an old cliched mantra stuck on many a wall in HR departments at work, he beamed and leaned forward, almost popping out of the screen like a 3D movie. His other key gestures were a flat and open palm sales technique that often turned into a flapping dismissal gesture as though sweeping away all opposition or challenges to his will. He introduced heroes from the stage and then he stood like a hero himself, once even using his right hand to perform a bow ritual. Moving on to Melania, Judy said, Melania was clearly there, although her body language and dress signals were sphinx-like. Opting to wear white when one key theme was black to side with the victims of sexual assault was an intriguing statement, especially as she had worn black the year before. She arrived using the broadest of smiles though and standing to attention with her arms straight to her sides in the way she has developed when she seems to be signaling the highest levels of confidence and assertiveness. Her high wave to the audience with a palm held straight to the front looked chipper and cheery, and she chatted far more confidently than last year to some of the guests in the gallery with her, but from then on her signals became less easy to comprehend. Melania's smile seemed to vanish during the speech and her clapping looked polite and elegant rather than excited and super supportive. In a sea of fans she was no visual cheerleader. At one time she stood tall and unsmiling while all around her clapped themselves into a frenzy, and when she did clap it was with her hands held high and close to her body like little cymbals. She was often first back into her seat after an ovation and a couple of times she was shown sitting while all around her stood in admiration of their leader. But Trump's glory seemed undiminished. He seems to have locked into his own presidential style, looking like a winner rather than a showboater, and on this visual performance he must have looked unstoppable for now.